Well, here we are, another beautiful morning. We had a little rain yesterday, and you can still see the water hanging on everything. A little bit of steam even rolling off the roof in the sun. And I've been sitting here thinking about drawing near to God. And he's told us in Jeremiah 29, I believe, that he says, if you seek me with all of your heart, surely you will find me. All of your heart. A lot to be said there. It doesn't leave room for doing it halfway. James, the book of James, says, draw near to God and he will draw near to you. It tells sinners, cleanse your hands, you sinners, and purify your hearts, you double-minded. I know I've been guilty very often being double-minded, of not seeking the Lord with all of my heart. Kind of like you got your attention elsewhere, but might be talking to him, but thinking about something else. The word double-minded there comes from a Greek word, dipsykos, which basically means two-spirited or vacillating, either in opinion or purpose. You waver back and forth. When we ask God for something, we are to ask him. Nothing wavering is how the scripture puts it. Nothing wavering. Kind of reminds me of the story of Jesus on the water and Peter. Let me read that to you. It says, and straightway Jesus constrained his disciples to get into a ship and to go before him to the other side, while he sent the multitudes away. And when he sent the multitudes away, he went up into a mountain apart to pray. And when the evening was come, he was there alone. So I'm taking it, wasn't even evening yet, when he sent the disciples over to the other side in the boat. But the ship was now in the midst of the sea, tossed with waves, for the wind was contrary. And in the fourth watch of the night, well, this is a long time afterwards, Jesus went unto them, walking on the sea. And when the disciples saw him walking on the sea, they were troubled, saying, it is a spirit. And they cried out for fear. But straightway Jesus spoke unto them, saying, be of good cheer, it is I, be not afraid. And Peter answered him and said, Lord, if it's you, bid me to come unto thee on the water. And he said, come. And when Peter was come down out of the ship, he walked on the water to go to Jesus. I'm going to repeat that part. And when Peter was come down out of the ship, he walked on the water to go to Jesus. And when he saw the wind boisterous, so there was the crux right there. When he saw the wind boisterous, he was afraid, and beginning to sink, he cried, saying, Lord, save me. And immediately Jesus stretched forth his hand and caught him, and said unto him, O thou of little faith, wherefore didst thou doubt? And that word doubt now comes from the Greek word distadzo, the same, comes from the same root word as what the double-minded in James is referring to duplicate, to waver in opinion. I've been sitting here thinking about that this morning. Would I have even gotten out of the boat? What was going on in the mind of Peter? Well, at first it's kind of obvious he was going to Jesus. Jesus told him to come, and he was going until he got distracted. This guy was a fisherman. He knew water and he knew boats. He knew people don't walk on water. What was Peter thinking? He was thinking at first Jesus was walking on the water and told him to come. He trusted him to not let him sink. But then, he probably got to looking around and thought, Peter, what are you doing? Saw the wind was boisterous. This was no little breeze. Stop and think about it. They've been fighting this wind all night. They were in the last part of the night, the last watch of the night. So they'd been battling this wind for hours. And they were experienced fishermen. They knew it. They knew what they were doing out there. So this was no little wind. And yet, despite that, he got out of the boat to go to Jesus. I love that. We need to get out of the boat today. We need to just be zeroed in on Jesus, to go to him. James says, draw near to him, and he'll draw near to you. And even in his moment of wavering, of faltering,